Beyond the brands you know, walk past any luxury shopping district and you'll see the usual suspects: Gucci, Chanel, Louis Vuitton. But here's the secret to the truly wealthy: those brands are entry level. The real elite shop at places you've never heard of. Brands without websites, without advertising, without any desire for your attention. Today we're pulling back the curtain on 15 ultra-exclusive brands that exist in a parallel luxury universe. These are the secret handshakes of billionaires, the quiet symbols that separate old money from new, the brands where a cashmere sweater costs more than a luxury car and nobody blinks. Welcome to the hidden world where true wealth whispers instead of shouts. The invisible luxury ecosystem. There's a fundamental difference between luxury that announces itself and luxury that simply exists. The brands dominating Instagram feeds cater to aspirational buyers, people working their way up. But established wealth operates differently. They seek craftsmanship so exceptional it requires decades of training, materials so rare they're allocated by waiting list, and exclusivity so complete that walking into their boutiques requires appointments booked months in advance. These brands survive on generational loyalty, personal referrals, and reputations built over centuries. They don't need your business, they barely tolerate new money, and that's precisely what makes them irresistible to those who can afford anything. Number 15, Goyard, privacy as ultimate luxury. While other luxury houses blast logos across social media, Goyard maintains near total secrecy. No e-commerce website, no celebrity sponsorships, no advertising campaigns. Operating since 1853 from their Parisian headquarters, they serve clientele through word of mouth and family tradition alone. Each trunk and bag features their distinctive hand-painted chevron pattern applied by trained artisans using techniques unchanged for over a century. Small accessories begin around $2,000. Custom trunks designed for private jets or yachts easily surpass $100,000. The Rockefeller and Rothschild families have patronized Goyard for generations, valuing discretion above recognition. Try finding their products online, you won't. Visit their rare boutiques and staff will politely assess whether you belong. This isn't luxury for showing off, it's luxury for those who've nothing left to prove. Number 14, Richard Mille, where physics meets wealth. Most luxury watches tell time. Richard Mille watches survive conditions that would destroy conventional timepieces. These mechanical instruments incorporate materials from aerospace engineering, carbon nanofiber, graphene, sapphire crystal cases, making them virtually indestructible. Entry pieces start around $80,000. Complicated models with tourbillons and split-second chronographs routinely exceed $1 million. Tennis champion Rafael Nadal competes wearing a Richard Mille specifically engineered to withstand the violent G-forces of professional serves. Formula One drivers wear them during races. Astronauts have worn them in space. Annual production remains deliberately limited, creating multi-year waiting lists even for buyers with unlimited budgets. Owning Richard Mille signals you've entered a club where price tags become irrelevant and engineering excellence matters above all else. Number 13, Loro Piana, fabricating impossibility. The world's wealthiest individuals understand that true luxury begins with materials nobody else can access. Loro Piana built their empire sourcing fibers so rare that acquisition requires relationships with remote communities spanning decades. Their vicuña wool comes from wild South American camelids living at extreme altitudes, producing fleece so fine it's measured in microns. These animals yield minimal fiber and cannot be domesticated, making their wool exponentially rarer than gold by weight. Baby cashmere, harvested once in a young goat's lifetime from Inner Mongolia, provides softness unmatched by any synthetic. A Loro Piana overcoat can cost $25,000 before customization. Suits exceed $40,000. Yet tech billionaires, European aristocrats, and Gulf royalty wear them daily because subtlety signals sophistication in ways logos never could. Number 12, Buccellati, metalwork as sculpture. Walking into Buccellati's Milan atelier feels like entering a Renaissance workshop frozen in time. Master goldsmiths employed techniques from the 1400s, hand engraving precious metals with such precision that finished pieces resemble fabric woven from gold. Their signature tool technique creates jewelry appearing delicate as lace, yet constructed entirely from 18-karat gold. Each piece requires months of microscopic engraving work. Simple earrings start at $50,000. Statement necklaces incorporating diamonds and colored gemstones easily reach 7 figures. Hollywood stars borrow bucciolati for awards shows specifically because probability of encountering duplicates approaches 0. Wealthy collectors commission pieces knowing they're acquiring singular artworks that will appreciate across generations while remaining wearable investments. Number 11. Khitan, the tailoring holy grail. Deep in Naples, Khitan's workshops employ over 300 master tailors producing roughly 20,000 suits annually, a deliberately limited output ensuring uncompromising quality. Each standard Khitan suit requires 25 hours of hand stitching using techniques passed through Neapolitan tailoring families for generations. Their K50 collection, limited to 50 suits per year, demands over 50 hours of work per garment and costs upward of $50,000. No machine stitching, no shortcuts, pure craftsmanship where individual tailors develop reputations rivaling the brand itself. Khitan clients include tech CEOs, Wall Street titans, and political leaders who understand that truly exceptional tailoring requires patience, investment, and willingness to trust artisans who've spent decades perfecting their craft. The result isn't just clothing, it's wearable architecture sculpted to individual bodies. I'm doing a $100 Amazon gift card giveaway to celebrate when this channel reaches 1,000 subscribers. No action is required to enter. I'll randomly pick a winner once we hit the milestone. If you want to follow the journey or see the winner announcement, feel free to subscribe. Number 10. Bottega Veneta, Stealth Wealth Headquarters. While Bottega Veneta maintains relatively higher brand awareness than others on this list, their most exclusive creations never see showroom floors. The brand's signature intrecciato weaving technique, leather strips hand-woven into distinctive patterns, requires specialized artisans trained for years. Their VIP rooms, accessible only through private appointment, showcase pieces never photographed for catalogs or websites. Customization reaches extremes. Clients specify exotic leathers, personal monograms embedded invisibly, hardware compositions unique to individual orders. Bags can cost $30,000 before customization begins. The wealthiest clients value Bottega Veneta precisely because recognition requires insider knowledge. No logos, no branding, just impeccable craftsmanship that fellow connoisseurs identify instantly while everyone else remains oblivious. Number 9. Brunello Cucinelli, Ethical Luxury. Tech billionaires and Silicon Valley elite have adopted Brunello Cucinelli as their unofficial uniform, drawn by his philosophy combining exceptional craftsmanship with ethical production. Operating from a restored medieval village in Italy's Umbria region, Cucinelli pays artisans significantly above industry standards and limits working hours to maintain quality of life. His cashmere sweaters start at $2,000. Custom pieces reserved for longtime clients never appear in stores or catalogs. What distinguishes Cucinelli isn't just material quality, though his cashmere sources are impeccable, but the entire ecosystem he's built around conscious luxury. Clients appreciate wearing clothing produced without exploitation, where every garment carries stories of skilled hands and dignified work. For billionaires seeking meaning beyond mere consumption, Cucinelli offers luxury aligned with values. Number 8. F.P. Journe, Watchmaking Philosophy. Francois-Paul Journe operates a watchmaking house so exclusive that annual production never exceeds 900 timepieces. Each watch features movements constructed from solid gold, a practice virtually unheard of in the industry where brass remains standard. Prices begin around $25,000 and escalate rapidly into 7 figures for complicated pieces featuring tourbillons, perpetual calendars, and resonance systems. New clients face multi-year waiting lists and typically require introductions from existing owners. Journe doesn't advertise, doesn't court celebrities, and maintains complete independence from luxury conglomerates. Collectors worship his technical innovations and uncompromising approach to horology. Owning F.P. Journe signals membership in an extremely small club of individuals who appreciate watchmaking as philosophy rather than mere timekeeping. Number 7. Charvet, Presidential Shirt Making. Since 1838, Charvet has dressed kings, presidents, prime ministers, and CEOs from their Place Vendôme headquarters in Paris. A bespoke Charvet shirt requires 6 months of work, begins with 30 precise measurements, and starts at $550, though regular clients order dozens simultaneously. Their most exclusive service involves creating custom fabrics that will never be reproduced for anyone else, ensuring absolute uniqueness. Charvet maintains pattern books for multi-generational clients. updating measurements as bodies change across decades. They've survived revolutions, world wars, and economic upheavals by never compromising quality or discretion. When world leaders need to project authority through clothing, they choose Charvet because reputation matters more than any trend. Number 6. Moynat. Older than Vuitton, quieter than silence. Founded in 1849, predating Louis Vuitton, Moynat remains virtually unknown despite producing some of the world's finest leather goods. Their Paris atelier handcrafts trunks and bags in such limited quantities that waiting lists for certain pieces exceed 2 years. Unlike competitors chasing scale, Moynat deliberately restricts production to maintain uncompromising craftsmanship. They refuse celebrity partnerships, avoid influencer marketing, and operate on the principle that true luxury needs no announcement. Each piece is numbered, documented, and can be repaired indefinitely at their workshops. For collectors who understand heritage matters more than hype, Moynat represents luxury in its purest form, exceptional quality available only to those patient and connected enough to access it. Number 5. Brioni Italian Power Dressing. Creating a Brioni suit requires 220 distinct steps and over 6,000 individual hand stitches. Their master tailors train for more than a decade before being permitted to construct garments independently. Ready-to-wear suits start at $7,000, representing the entry point into Brioni's world. Their appointment-only bespoke service, favored by world leaders and business titans, begins at $30,000 and offers customization so extensive that clients specify buttonhole thread colors and internal pocket configurations. James Bond wore Brioni throughout multiple films not for product placement, but because costume designers understood that projecting authority requires exceptional tailoring. For men who need confidence woven into their clothing, Brioni remains unmatched. Number 4. Zai, skiing as status symbol. Most people don't realize skis can cost more than luxury watches. Zai, a Swiss manufacturer, creates handcrafted skis using carbon fiber, natural rubber, and even stone, with each pair requiring over 30 hours of work and costing upward of $10,000. Former World Cup champion Simon Yacomet founded Zai to bring Formula One engineering precision to alpine equipment. Their skis perform brilliantly on the demanding slopes of Gstaad and St. Moritz, winter playgrounds of the ultra-wealthy, but performance alone doesn't justify the price. Owning Zai signals membership in a community where skiing isn't recreation. It's a lifestyle backed by resources allowing the absolute best equipment regardless of cost. These are skis for people who helicopter to private chalets and measure winter success in vertical meters conquered. Number 3. Henry Poole, inventing the tuxedo. Founded in 1806 on Savile Row, Henry Poole invented the dinner jacket, what Americans call the tuxedo, for the Prince of Wales in 1865. Their client roster includes over 40 royal families and countless heads of state across 2 centuries. True markers of wealth at Henry Poole aren't individual purchases, but maintaining a pattern book where measurements are updated season after season, generation after generation. Grandfathers pass along their Poole patterns to sons and grandsons, creating continuity spanning lifetimes. Bespoke suits start around $8,000 and require multiple fittings over several months, but the real value lies in joining a tradition where your family's relationship with the house matters more than any single transaction. This isn't fashion, it's heritage. Number 2. Christofle Silver as investment. While Christofle produces famous silverware, their most exclusive offerings belong to the Jardin d'Eden collection designed by Marcel Wanders. Among these creations sits a hand-hammered silver-plated copper bathtub requiring months of work by master silversmiths and costing approximately $75,000. Waiting lists are so exclusive that potential buyers often purchase smaller Christofle pieces first, candelabras, serving dishes, picture frames, simply to establish relationships qualifying them for allocation of major pieces. For the ultra-wealthy, Christofle represents functional art, objects used daily that simultaneously appreciate as collectibles. Their silver maintains value across economic cycles while providing tangible beauty, making each piece an investment wrapped in daily luxury. Number 1. Stefano Ricci, Florentine extravagance. Stefano Ricci elevates menswear into extreme luxury territory where ties start at $250, but limited editions woven with gold thread and precious stones reach $15,000 or more. Their most exclusive experience involves invitation-only hunting weekends at Ricci's private Tuscan estate, where clients pay 6 figures to hunt, dine on estate-grown cuisine, and shop for pieces never shown publicly. These events aren't sales opportunities. They're They're membership rituals for individuals whose wealth allows access to experiences money alone cannot buy. Connections, introductions, relationships developed during these weekends matter as much as the clothing itself. For those living far beyond the spotlight, Stefano Ricci offers luxury that remains perpetually off limits to outsiders, regardless of their bank accounts. The silent signals of wealth. These 15 brands represent luxury's highest evolution, where craftsmanship, heritage, and absolute discretion matter infinitely more than recognition. The ultra-wealthy don't need logos announcing their status. They choose pieces only their peers recognize, creating silent signals invisible to everyone else. This is luxury that whispers, that rewards knowledge, that requires patience and connections money cannot immediately purchase. Understanding these brands means understanding how true power dresses, how generational wealth thinks, and how the 0.1% separate themselves from everyone else. Which brand surprised you most? Which would you choose if budget meant nothing? Share your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this glimpse into the hidden world of billionaire shopping, subscribe for more revelations about how the ultra wealthy actually live, because now you know the brands everyone recognizes are precisely the ones the truly rich avoid.